You find me in the potting shed with some of my favourite things on the planet, actually, when it comes to food. It's potatoes, spuds. I grow a lot of different varieties. There are so many different tastes. So a lot of us tend to sort of stick to the well-known and just ordinary varieties. But I can strongly recommend to actually try and grow some different varieties that give you more taste and texture. So here I've got quite a few different French varieties. But if you wanted to grow Jersey Royals, a lot of you won't realise that Jersey Royal, the actual variety of potato, is called International Kidney. And what you tend to do with these is when you get them in their little bags and sacks, to start them off before you actually plant them out, we call a term called chitting, which is when the potatoes actually start to produce these little sprouts. And that encourages the potato to actually produce more spuds, because the mother potato actually is just a food source, and all the baby potatoes come off all these sprouts and shoots. So to get more sprouts and shoots, you can actually put the potato into something that you might have at home, like an egg box, and you actually sort of spread them out just like that. You see the little what we call eyes, these little sprouts coming out of the potatoes. One end normally has more than the other, so you can just actually put them facing upwards, put them in a nice light position like this, somewhere frost free, because you don't want the spuds to get frosted, or else they'll just go black, and they are very tender, the new shoots of potatoes. Start them off like that, or if you've got a seed tray with the plastic inserts, you can do exactly the same, and just look for the sprouts on the end of the potato, stick them in there, space them out. And the one thing I do tend to make sure I always do is to actually write a label and the variety and just stick that in the tray, or else you just forget what you've got. So now, some of the varieties I've got here of potato, apart from the International Kidney, I've got one here called Belle de Fontenay, an old French variety. A lot of these are second earlies, and it means that they will be ready round about July, August time. So they can be planted by the end of April. And some of these have actually got quite advanced sprouts on them. That one's a variety called Alouette. This one's Alouette, actually. It's quite a red potato. Sagita is a new variety, relatively new variety, that's blight resistant. And so if potato blight is a problem in your allotment or garden, then it's worth seeking out some of these varieties that don't get the potato blight. This is one of my favourites. It's a variety called Cherie, Cherie, Cherie. And it's a red potato, very good waxy salad potato. I get potatoes from lots of different companies. One of my favourites is Pennard Plants in Somerset. They do an enormous range of potatoes. So I've got some other ones here called Shane. And what else have we got here? We've got some more tucked in underneath here. And Rosabelle, that's another old French variety. A red potato, but these have got so much taste, I can't tell you. So strongly recommend grow different varieties of potato, and you can start them off in grow bags, or plant them into bags or pots, or directly into the ground. Just remember that potatoes are really hungry, so they need a good quality compost, plenty of manure as well mixed in, and I'll show you in a minute what you can do just to get them started off in a bag or a pot. You find us outside the potting shed now, and the bird song is quite extraordinary. Middle of April, despite the weather being so cold, I had a stock dove singing its little head off above me in the beech tree. Little flock of goldfinches has just gone through, and in the background you might be able to hear, if I'm quiet, yep, the song thrush and a blackbird over there. So it's really lovely to hear the bird song. I know some people find it a little bit annoying first thing in the morning being woken up, but I love it. Anyway, back to potatoes. I'm just going to put some compost into this. You can buy these potato bags, or if you want, you can use a a big old black plastic bucket like that, either or. But what you need to do is transfer some compost, whether it's your own compost or you've actually bought some, into the base of the bag. Just cover the base of the bag initially. You don't need it too deep. And then you actually then sit the potatoes, and you don't need many. Quite often you can actually just plant one potato. As you can see, these have actually sprouted quite well. This is a variety called Ratte, R-A-T-T-E. It's a French variety, again a very tasty variety. They're a little bit tall and long, but I wouldn't worry about that actually. And you can just place these, spread them out in the pot. You can put 3 in here, but that's the maximum. Even 1 or 2 would be sufficient. And you just have those literally spread out at the base of the compost, the bag, and then cover them so that the shoots are completely covered with soil or compost. And as I said, you can use well-rotted manure, your own garden compost if you've got that. And as I said, potatoes are particularly hungry, and you can even put in a little bit of grow more, just a little sprinkling in there. And then as the potatoes grow, you cover them with more compost. So you top them up as the foliage comes through, and that way you stop the frost getting to the foliage, because if we will still get some more frosty nights, and they can be the new foliage can go completely black with frost, and it then knocks the potatoes back, and you get a lot fewer potatoes. Keep the compost moist but not saturated, so you're better off giving them a good soak, say once a week. And in a reasonably sunny, sheltered position. They can be right out in the open, but they're the easiest of things to grow, and so rewarding. And there's nothing better than getting your own potatoes out of a bag or the pot, or digging them out of the ground, washing them off and boiling those and having them with a bit of fresh mint and a little bit of butter on top. You just can't beat it. I love my spuds, as you can probably gather. Thank you.